recording. If pause recording is there, that is helpful for us because sometimes meeting won't go straight, right? They should give a pause recording. For example, something there is a 5 minutes only break and we continue topic. So instead of stopping, we can do pausing. Like other kind of recordings also there, right? Same way. Guys, we discussed about how to check system configuration. Then we discussed about service desk. Okay. So most of the part of service desk for my side I did given. Okay. Few maybe one like a monitoring tools kind of stuff I kept aside. And I shared one video guys to you. I think you remember that is a batch 12 video. Compulsory watch it, so then you will know how the tickets, how things will be works. Okay, how to resolve that one status, the priorities, priority timing. I just
Yes, sir.
given a priority names. I didn't given a timing. Okay. Okay, compulsory go through it. Okay, internet connection of interconnection of to our more device is called a network. So this is networking kind of stuff we discussed yesterday. That is what is network, what is networking, what is internetwork, what is internetworking. Okay, so what is network and networking? So like that we've seen. So and physical topologies like a bus topology, ring topology, mesh topology, star topology, point to multi-point topology, tree topology kind of stuff. And also we discuss about a LAN, CAN, MAN, WAN, local area network, campus area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network, personal area network, and home area network also I told. Okay, so and intranet, internet. What is intranet? Your device or your server or maybe your computer is in your inside your local network within the LAN. That is intranet. What is internet? It is there is a server which is outside of your network. We have to access through internet only. Okay, somewhere located in this global path. What is a default gateway? When you are communicating outside of your network, outside of your local network, so you have to communicate it through default gateway only. So our router, our Wi-Fi router, in generally nowadays in our home we have Wi-Fi router. It is also work as a modem, router, wireless access point, such as DHCP server as a DNS server and default gateway also. Okay, see it is to get a connected to internet and to communicate in the internet. What we need, our devices should be connected to a switch if it is a wide one, or to connect at a wireless access point if you want to connect as a wirelessly. Okay, wireless devices connected to wireless access point, switches and hubs connects with the wiring kind of stuff. But while you are communicating outside, guys, when you are want to communicate outside, so this is you have to communicate through default gateway. This router will make a communication between inside and outside. Means from the local we have a different network, outside we have a different network. So this router make a communication between this network to outside network. That's why we are using the router. And the modem make a connecting us to ISP for getting internet. So we get internet from ISP through modem only. Okay, so modem make a connectivity to ISP, and we are getting internet up to modem, modem to router, router will from router to local network. It will be distributed. Okay, so you are reaching from one PC to like a PC1 is reaching to gmail.com. How fast it is go to search and router, modem, internet, ISP. ISP, there is so many routers are in the internet, so then finally it reaches. The symbol which is look like a cloud, guys, that is actually internet symbol. Okay, this symbol represents cloud. The round symbol represent router. Okay. I am not giving any this original icon. Just I'm giving boxes for understand. Connecting devices in wireless, it's called a WLAN, wireless LAN network. Okay, okay. What is LAN and what is WLAN? LAN means local area network. How you connect does not matter, but it is LAN. But in the olden days, we are connecting devices through wiring, like through switches and hubs. Okay, so that's why we call that one as a single LAN network. Okay, so we have got a wireless devices later. Okay, so we got a wireless devices. We are connecting these wireless devices and making them communicate each other through the wireless access point. So you have to connect to the wireless access point to communicate in the wireless network. Of course, that is also a secure network using a password and encrypted things. So that we are calling it as a WLAN, wireless LAN. To form a network, guys, we need a few things. One is a NIC, that is also we discussed yesterday. Okay, we stopped at NIC part, right? NIC, network interface card, also called as a LAN card or a Ethernet card. So again, in the earlier days, we use a wide connectivity RJ45 type of cable connection. Okay, this is called a RJ45 port. These ports are RJ45 ports. So every device must have a NIC to connect in the network. If it is a wide connectivity, it is like we are using UTP STP cable. RJ45 port will be there. Either it is on board or maybe by inserting additional boards inside. Okay, additional adapters. NIC means interface card. Interface card. Okay. So earlier days we use Ethernet cards to communicate in the network. So Ethernet, and it is developed as a fast Ethernet is there. Then gigabit Ethernet is also came into market. Fast Ethernet support 100 Mbps up to 100 Mbps of data communication. Fast Ethernet is up to 100 sorry. Ethernet will support 10 Mbps, fast Ethernet 100 Mbps, gigabit Ethernet 1000 Mbps or 1 Gbps. Okay, it is a kind of wide. Even if you have a wireless devices, guys, you want to connect wirelessly, so you need a wireless adapters. Okay, for mobile phone, laptops, or tablets, TVs. You know, they have a built-in. They have a built-in NIC wireless. NIC is there in the built-in. Okay. If you want add additionally, like you want to add this device to a machine, how you are adding, same way, like you have a desktop, you want to connect a desktop wirelessly, or you have a laptop which is now the built-in wireless part is damaged. So what to do? Better to, for example, I have a old laptop. My laptop is a very old laptop. It cannot connect it to 5 gigahertz signal. Dual, it is not dual band one. It is single band. Only it will connect a 2.4, not a 5 gigahertz. So what I have to do? I have to buy a one this kind of stuff. Buy one this kind of stuff with a dual band. Okay, so like a USB Wi-Fi adapter, dual band. Dual band means it will support both type of connectivity. This is with antenna. This is with antenna. This is without antenna. So you have to check this is a AC 600 USB Wi-Fi adapter supporting both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. So in my home I have two networks, both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Okay, 5 gigahertz will support more than 50 Mbps speed, like 100 Mbps, 150 Mbps. You want to connect, you have to use this one. Okay, this will connect lower. Guys, whatever the NIC it is, either you are using this kind of wide connectivity NIC, means like Ethernet, or a wireless type of NICs. Okay, whatever the NIC it is, it has a MAC address. Every NIC has a MAC address. So what is MAC address? Media access control. The abbreviation is media access control. It is also called as a physical address. It is address only. MAC address is 48-bit represented in 12 hexadecimal. You can see like this is how MAC addresses look like. This contains a 12 hexadecimal numbers. Okay. If format may changes, but number of hexadecimals won't be changed. It is a 12 only. MAC address is unique address which is not repeated. So like two devices having same MAC address. It's a unique type of address. MAC address cannot be changed because of it is assigned by manufacturer. You can see your MAC address by using a command called Getmac. Okay, Getmac. This is a command from guys. I went to the search and type a GMD. Then now it will be open. Today is 21/01/2023. Today's note, just for a notes. Okay. So I'm going to command prompt and put a Getmac. What happened to this? Otherwise, yeah, it is open. Okay. So command is Getmac. I have a multiple adapters, guys. I have a multiple adapters. That's why it is showing multiple type of connectivities. Okay, that's why it is showing multiple type of physical addresses. You have only one single adapter, then it will show only one. Okay, I have a multiple adapters. That two physical adapters. One is Wi-Fi, one is the wide one, and another one is my virtual adapters are there. VMware workstation related adapters, virtual box related adapters are there. Okay. So it is showing like this. No problem. This is how it will shows. I'm reviewing this kind of information.
Why it's showing like a media disconnected?
Because it is not connected. show you that one. ncpa.cpl. I have adapters. Okay, so I am in home now today. So wirelessly I connected. Wired connectivity, I didn't connect, right? So I connected wirelessly. So my RJ45 wired connectivity is not connected. That's it is showing media is disconnected.
Yeah, hello sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, sir. MAC address having in WNIC, yeah, also having the in NIC.
Any NIC. So this is my Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
right? So Wi-Fi adapter it is. This is also having MAC address. Shows as a
Yeah.
physical address. This is my MAC address. Okay.
Okay.
This is the wired NIC. This is wireless NIC.
Yeah.
These are my virtual NICs. Because of some applications, it is. Actually, better we put it in a separate. Okay, so better visible. Okay, so like this is a this is a MAC address, and this is what device it is. It is not showing what device it is exactly the name, but it is original internal understanding system understanding device name it is. Okay, so how device is understands, so based on that it is. Auto drivers details somewhere it will be there that kind of path. Okay. Don't worry. And second way of checking a MAC address already given ipconfig all. Guys, I want to show you first of all what is ipconfig. Okay. Check IP address. We use a command called ipconfig. Okay. To check IP address, use a ipconfig. Okay. So IP config. Because I have so many adapters, it will show so many adapters details. Okay. From where I am getting this noise?
Vivek Gupta.
It is muted now, Bala. Okay. So here I am trying to show you my Wi-Fi adapters IP address only. So what are the things it is showing here? Understand from the command is ipconfig command. How to check IP address? ipconfig. Okay. See, I removed that unnecessary. It is not required for now. That's why I removed the some two lines. Look at it is. I type a ipconfig. I got this data. Okay. What I'm getting? ipconfig, subnet mask, and default gateway. ipconfig, subnet mask, and default gateway. only 3 information. Okay.
So, sir,
Tell me.
yeah, it's also showing the IPv6 address.
It is showed one IPv6 address.
Yeah,
Okay, that is
in my wireless net LAN.
this is a link local IPv6 address. Okay, it is generated by our system only. Okay,
Yeah,
by default.
yeah. But useful is it is IPv4 address.
Yeah, generally we see at IPv4 address because in my network IPv4 way only it is communicating. Okay.
Yeah,
In sometimes like you are using Geo internet, so there it will communicate based on IPv6 also. Depends upon router and system. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So if you want to see only IP address or a subnet mask or default gateway, you want to see only IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway. So IP config. But other than this, you will get like a okay. Coming to that, another command is there that is called ipconfig /all. Will give you a lot of information. Okay, lot of information. So you want to check what is an IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, plus ipconfig what it is showing, plus you will get a things. So what happened? ipconfig command information plus config. Okay, plus you want to see well, like IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, plus your MAC address, and you will get other thing like a DHCP server address, server addresses, like that. So some other information also, host name, like that. So additional information is there. I will show you that one anyway. Look at here. I am putting a command called ipconfig /all. ipconfig /all. This also you can do in your system, guys. ipconfig /all. If you copy this much details, definitely it is a big problem. So first of all, I will copy this. Just try to remove the additional part just for what we want. That much only I am trying to put it, guys. This data is not available. So then primary DNS suffix is not available. So just to know there it also shows hostname. Also I will remove this one also. So just remember you can get a hostname. Means your computer name you can see from ipconfig all command. And I am using Wi-Fi adapter, right? So I'm using Wi-Fi. So I got an IP address to my Wi-Fi adapter from my Wi-Fi router. From my Wi-Fi routers, DHCP server. This is ipconfig all. Okay, see, I am removing this host related. This is my Wi-Fi adapter information, and also I'm removing this empty one. Little bit like this. This is description, meaning is, guys, that is my Wi-Fi adapter, Wi-Fi adapter name. This is my Wi-Fi adapter name. This is my MAC address. I'll change a little bit to mask my Wi-Fi adapter. Okay. Okay. This is my physical address. This is my MAC address. And DHCP enable yes. Auto configuration is enabled yes. And this is my link local IPv6 address. Guys, if you have a doubt in IPv6, so what is this link local IP address? You have a PC, guys. You have a device. Okay, you have a device. There is a two IP address protocols. One is IPv4 protocol. Another one is a IPv6 protocol is there. Okay. And how you are getting this IP address to my Wi-Fi adapter? How I am getting this particular IP address? How I am getting this IP address from this DHCP server. Okay, from that DHCP server, I have a DHCP server. This DHCP server gave me IP address. Okay, so you may get it out. Even some people asking me this question. Okay, sir, IP address by default it will be there in your mobile phone or laptop or desktop. It is already there by default. Why should we require to configure? Why we need a DHCP? I don't know who given that information to you guys. Okay, IP address never configured into a PC. IP address never configured by default. MAC address by default, the manufacturer of NIC, okay, depends upon the NIC, the manufacturer of NIC given the MAC address. IP address is variable, means IP address can be changeable. IP address can able to you can assign an IP address manually, or you will get an IP address automatically. Okay, IP addresses can be changeable, it can be variable. Now today you can use one IP, tomorrow you can use another IP, no problem. Okay, no problem means depends upon your network. There is a logical network thing is there. Okay, that's why it is a logical addressing. Again, you can assign IP address manually, or you will get an IP address from DHCP server automatically. Guys, depends upon your DHCP server. Your DHCP server giving IPv4 addresses, you'll get IPv4. Your DHCP server is giving IPv6 addresses, you'll get IPv6 address. Okay, whether it is IPv4 or IPv6, DHCP server can easily give you DHCP server automatically assign an IP address to your devices like your mobile phone, your tablet, or a laptop or desktop kind of stuff. Okay, just remember that point. Okay, one is automatic. Generally, we are getting automatically from DHCP server. Second one is manual. Okay, so you can assign your own IP address, that is IPv4 address or IPv6 address. You have an idea, then you can able to give an IP address. You can give an IP address. Okay, so that's the second point. You will get IP address automatically, whether it is IPv4 or IPv6 from DHCP server, you will get an IP address. You don't have a DHCP or you are planning other thing, so you can assign manually also. Okay. So what is the third thing I said? It is, guys, IPv6 addresses are different from IPv4 way of IP addresses. Okay. There is a lot of different ways there. Small point, it is confuse you. So try to make it, I try to make it more easier to it. Okay. If it is IPv4, you have to assign IP address manually, or you should get IP address from DHCP. If in case you try to get IP from DHCP, you are trying to get a IP address from DHCP server, you failed. You failed to get a IP address from DHCP server. Our system assign an IP address. Okay, for IPv4, it will assign an IP address. If you are failed to get a IP address from DHCP server, you fail to get IP address from DHCP server, system assign an IP address to you. Either it is manually or automatically IP address should be configured. But you want to get IP address automatically, but you failed. System assign an IP address to your adapter in the range of APIPA, automatic private IP address range. That is 169.254 dot something means these two numbers will be decided by your MAC address of NIC. MAC address of that NIC. Okay. Big story, guys. Next one is IPv6. Same way for IPv4, either you should manual or automatically should get IP from DHCP, or system will assign an IP address to your machine in the APIPA range. If you fail to get a IP address from DHCP, that is IPv4. But IPv6 is not like this, guys. Your device is IPv6 kind of stuff, means your adapter for IPv6. Okay. Either you will configure manually. The first one is either you will configure manually if you know how to assign IP address. Second way is automatically. Okay. So either it is manually will configure, or otherwise automatically you will get it from the DHCP v6. So protocol is DHCP v6 protocol. Okay. So you configured manually or you will configure automatically, but there is a separate part is there. There is a small part is there. Whether you configure manually or automatically, but there is a one permanent address is there that is called a link local. Every NIC, if their IPv6 is enabled, it automatically has a link local IP address generated from system only. The system generated link local IPv6 address. Link local IPv6 address. The starting is FE80. If you see FE80 : and something will be there. So this is a represent, it is a link local. Every NIC having a MAC address, right? And if NIC's IPv6 is enabled, system assign a link local IP address to the adapter. It's a separate part, guys. It's not mixed with the main IP address. It's a separate IP address will be there. One adapter can have a multiple IP address. One adapter can have a multiple IP address, but one adapter having a only one MAC address. One adapter, one MAC address. One adapter, one or more IP address can be assigned. So like that. So I have an adapter. So it automatically assigned with a link local IP address. Every NIC having every NIC with IPv6 having a link local IP address. Okay. If you configure manually or automatically, that IP address is separate. This IP address is separate. Okay. So that's why whenever I'm checking an IP address, it is showing a link local IPv6 address. Because if you see this one, FE80, this is a IP address generated by my system only based on my MAC address. Of course, when you even if I keep it like this also, you won't get anything. That's why I'm removing that point. It's a big list. That's the problem. Let's see the list. It is not enough. No problem, guys. So try to understand from here, guys. You can see ipconfig all command. What is the adapter? What is the physical address? DHCP enabled, yes. Automatically configure, enable, yes. This is important again. DHCP enable, yes. I will tell you what is this, yes. And it is showing IP address, subnet mask, and a default gateway. So in ipconfig, we got IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. So here also we are getting IP address, subnet mask, and a default gateway. What are the other things I am getting? Also see, I am getting a physical address, means my MAC address. And also it is telling DHCP enabled, yes. And I am getting this DHCP server address. I'm getting DHCP server, yes. And I'm getting a DNS server information. See, this is the DNS server information, DHCP server information, lease obtained, lease expiry information also. Okay, so this is what I'm getting from ipconfig /all. Okay, so how to check MAC address, Getmac, and ipconfig all. Already I told yesterday. Ipconfig all also shows your MAC address. Second one is how to check IP address. Ipconfig command. You will get IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway. If you use ipconfig /all, and what is the difference between ipconfig and ipconfig /all? So we'll see. This is what would you say, ipconfig and ipconfig all differences are what we are able to see from the ipconfig all. So other details are there, so including a host name kind of stuff. So you can find a host name from that command also, but there is a host name separate command is there. for that one. Simple host one. Otherwise, you can forget about it also, no problem. Okay. So this is what we are getting. Okay, so we are getting ipconfig all. We'll get a host name. Your physical address means MAC address. Of course, IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server address, DNS server address, and lease obtained and lease expired. Or you can try to remember like this. Ipconfig will give you IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. Ipconfig space / all will give you IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. Both are same, right? But additionally, what we are getting, DHCP server address, DNS server address, lease uptime, lease expiry, and the mainly important is your MAC address. Guys, understand anything?
Yes, yes, sir.
Mm, one thing I want to do, guys. I have a, where is this ncpa.cpl? This is one of my adapter, guys. This is my one of the adapter. I'm checking an IP address. See, this is a MAC address, DHCP enabled, IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, and DHCP server address. Why I'm showing? Now, how to assign a IP address manually, how to check the IP address also. Okay, it is also automatic IP address. How you know it is automatic or not? Okay, so what I'm trying to do, I click on properties. This is IPv4. Can you see this is IPv6? Okay, this is IPv4. Properties. Obtain IP address automatically meaning is you want to get IP address from DHCP server. If you use like this, use the following IP address means you want to assign a IP address manually. Okay, so I'm giving some IP address. Something no problem I'm giving. Something I assign an IP address manually. Okay, click OK, close. Assign an IP address to this adapter manually. See, can you get it? Guys, anybody can tell what is the difference? This is showing MAC address. This is showing MAC address. And there is an IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server, DNS server, lease obtained, lease expiry, DHCP enabled. Yes. Here you got a physical address, IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server address, and DHCP enabled. No. Then what is the difference?
It does not have the IPv6 address.
Okay. Any other differences?
it is showing DHCP enabled. No, this
Very good.
network connection.
Okay, here it is showing. Yes, it is showing.
No.
No. And IP, both are showing physical address, MAC address. Yes. IP address,
Yeah.
subnet mask, default gateway, and DNS server address. But what it is missing? DHCP server. Where is DHCP server here? And where is lease uptime and lease expiry here?
Yeah.
So why it is missing? This is this IP from DHCP server. It is
DHCP.
automatic assign. Okay. You got IP address automatically from DHCP server. This is manually configured
Manually.
IP address. Okay. How to understand which is automatic, which is manual? DHCP enabled? No. Manual. DHCP enabled? Yes.
Automatic.
Automatic. Okay. That's what I'm trying to show you. I will give once more command. This is a Wi-Fi. Already I given these details. This is the adapter one. And that IP part also, IPv6 part also, I will try to show you that one, guys. Okay, this is an adapter. So what we are getting details from here, it is you got a physical address, DHCP enabled now, and auto configuration is yes. That is actually not required to put it here. Unnecessary space. That there is a point is also there for that one, but currently we don't put more. Even this is also not required more. That is also important, but currently we don't put mind in that. Okay. So you got IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server. Where is DHCP server? Where is lease obtained and the lease expiry? Because we got IP address here manually. I configured IP address. That's why it is showing this IP address. But this IP address, I got it automatically from my DHCP server. What is my DHCP server? This is my DHCP server. Okay. So here is a point. DHCP enabled. Yes, means got IP address from DHCP server. Okay. You will get a IP address or you got an IP address from DHCP server. If it is showing a no, DHCP enabled, no. Okay. IP address configured manually. IP address configured manually. Okay. And how to check IP address GUI mode. This screen may be also helpful. Okay, so this is your IP address, right? So you got your physical address, IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server address, DNS server address, lease obtained, lease expiry. Okay, so you'll get a IP address, sorry, MAC address. This is IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway you are getting, plus your DNS server also you are getting. Same here it is also you are getting IP address, and then so this is MAC address of this device and IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS. Why DHCP is not showing? Because it is manually configured. Okay. This is a point here it is. How to go to that point, guys? GUI kind of stuff. At search or a run, type ncpa.cpl. So it opens network. ncpa.cpl network connections. Okay, in network connections, so you have to right click on that NIC or adapter, status, details. You'll get it. You don't want to go to ncpa.cpl, then you have to go to control panel. Okay, there network and sharing center. Network and sharing center. Network at internet. This is sometimes it shows, depends upon how you open a control panel, in a which mode, which view. Network and sharing center. Find out where is change adapter settings. It will take you network connections. Change adapter settings. It will take you network connections. So then you can right click on NIC, but we are showing same thing. Right click on the adapter, status, details. Then you'll get this. So it is become bigger. That's why I said don't put this one. Okay, guys. So this is what we will get it. Now we have to adjust to make it a small, big kind of stuff. And I'm not doing that one, so class time is less and more time is taken for this. To configure manually or automatically, so like this, guys. So you open an adapter, You go to details, you can see DHCP enabled. No, you are configured IP address manually. If you go to properties, IPv4 properties, see, the second option is used to for a manual configuration. First one is automatic. Okay, so we have to go to properties here. Then IPv4 properties. It is a manual configuration. So you have to select second one for manual configuration. Okay. Okay. So I'm configuring IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, and DNS server. So okay. This is manual configuration. So what is this automatic configuration? I will show you that if you want to get IP address from DHCP, you have to select these options. Okay, just you have to select these options. It is automatic. You want to get IP address automatically, first option. Okay, here also same first option. And nothing to do, no need to give anything. You will get an IP address. So same thing, go to properties, IPv4, click on these properties, select obtain IP address automatically. So how what it will happen? The DHCP server assign an IP address to you. Okay, I hope you guys understand what is DHCP server will do. So you will get an IP address from DHCP server. So once you got an IP address from DHCP server, so to this adapter, just I click OK, close, close. I'm checking an IP address, whether I got an IP address from DHCP or not. So I got an IP address, luckily. Okay, this is how I'm getting. See, can you see? DHCP enable S, obtained IP address at IP address it is showing, subnet mask, please obtain, please expiry, and DHCP server address. What is this? I got the IP address from here. I got an IP address from that DHCP server. So that's why, that is the way you will know you got IP address from DHCP server. The same it is. I went to the details. Okay, so here you can see DHCP enable yes, your DHCP server address. What is your DHCP server? This is your DHCP server. You can see please obtain, please expiry. It is a automatically configured. Guys, understand about IPv address and MAC address? How to check?
Yes, sir.
Actually, this entire part tell on the first day of the class only. How to check system configuration plus how to check IP address, MAC address, what is IP address, what is MAC address part. Okay, but I think you got some clarity about DHCP kind of stuff. Okay, how to check these things. Okay, so next part we will going to discuss about networking devices. Cables also there, so we'll discuss cables and devices also we'll try to. Next is a voice layer and IP addresses also there. Yes, checking an IP address is very easy. Checking a MAC address is very easy once you've done 1 or 2 times, or once you listen to 1 or 2 times. But how you tell in a step by step is also important. So try once, again. While you do, you have to spell it. So first of all, I done like how I told. Okay, I open this ncpa.cpl. Okay, right click on adapter, status, details, you will get it. Okay, so step by step you try like that, you can easily tell an answer instead of telling I went to the somewhere in the world. Okay, I have hear that kind of answers. Okay, so I ask a guy like how, tell me how you connected to so like you have to tell someone how to connect it to Wi-Fi. So then he said simple solution, I go to Wi-Fi and I remove the password, then they will connect it automatically. So that is not a solution, right? So there is, you have to tell how to guide. Okay, like that only. Yeah, but so that's it. That's it for now, guys. It is take a break.